However, lots of stuns, lots of team fighting on Alliance, and I think this mid matchup is going to be the biggest one for me. Like how it's going to end up going. I've never seen Sand King versus that Storm. I'd imagine the Storm should be able to do quite well. I don't think you're going to get bullied too much as long as you get some help around the runes and you're not just completely left alone. However, like overall in the game plan, there's a lot of setup stun for that Storm Spirit. Like he's going to have a tough time getting in and out. And on the side of Nigma, they don't really have many stuns whatsoever. It's like an ET stop, a Vortex, a missile. It's quite limited.
Yeah, that is true. And talk about the ET, a good game to push the ET up to the core position, have mind control play here on the offlane.
It'll give them extra damage. I think that's the biggest thing is that I've seen a lot of these Timber Saws just be unkillable. When you have Gyro, IO, and ET, you have all this amplified for the magic damage. It's going to make that hero bleed. It's going to make that hero look a lot more vulnerable than usual. And in lane, if the skeletons do get summoned and all that, you get the extra damage, the extra armor. You might be able to punch back. That being said, though, Wraith King and Snapfire, I've seen this lane a lot now, and it's scary. The crit combination with the -8 armor, with the Blightstone and Little Shredder, it's potent. But yeah, we'll see how this all works, because it's a little bit of a difference in the way they actually normally play, right? Kuroki's playing an Enchantress and they have an IO, so they don't really have these active heroes early on. It's going to be dependent on if Kuro gets a creep for him to really make any moves or just secure the lane very nicely.
No, for sure, yeah. All of Nigma's early game moves are going to be entirely around what their cores really set up themselves.
I'm going to stare at mid, though, because I think this is going to be really important.
Okay. I mean,
just seeing the first few waves.
We know Miracle knows how the hero plays. He was one of the ones to bring it out first. They're the mid Sand King, so he'll know exactly what he's up against.
I think he just needs to hit him a lot, right? Like, if you're this Storm, you just hit the Sand King in the early phase. You know he's gone caustic, so you try to just keep him down low and just keep him always constantly harassed. And then it's going to be dependent on who gets those water runes, if they get checked or not. But yeah, I think at like level 3 and 4, when Vortex gets online, it gets quite a bit harder for the Sand King. But Limp might be able to do something special, because I haven't seen this matchup much.
Sure. Well, we'll see how much Limp can pressure Miracle in this mid. Or if Miracle is going to be able to deal with it and nuke the way out with the Remnants. Top lane, S4.
S4.
Oh, he's dead. First blood for GH up here. As Nigma, they'll get the first bit of action as S4. Yeah, it's just, he's having a tough time that they were fully able to sort of zone them back away from the lane. You see S4's XP, he's barely touched a creep at the moment.
Yeah, just the missile and the right clicks, and it's a scary lane because, we know how Timber works. You're level 3, you're going to be pretty unkillable with reactive. However, IO and Gyro, there's a pretty big amplify, a 10% spell amp, 50 attack speed granted to Gyro. It might be that little difference maker that can just push S4 out, as Hanskin might just die here too with this missile.
Well, see, they're running him down. S4's not going to be able to do anything to stop GH from just right-clicking the Hanskin out of the lane. Another kill here for the duo of Nigma.
And Kuroki, he has actually found himself a very good creep, the Harpy Stormcrafter. So the spam will come out, but he might actually die. He steps up into the two of them.
All right, here's Alliance able to kick back on the other side of the map. Of course, that strong duo, as you said, this Wraith King Snapfires, certainly going to pack a punch if Nigma's heroes get out of position. We'll see over by the runes. Limp's able to get him with the Burrow Strike. We'll be able to take that bottle refill away from Miracle. Miracle's going to try and get aggressive back onto Limp. Limp is still having the water rune in the bottle. And backup is in for Miracle. Limp popping the water rune, trying to get away. They're going to be able to take him out. So GH with some smooth moves already, backing up Miracle in the mid lane and making sure that he wins that fight around the rune.
We saw them do this the other day, too, when they played the IO. GH, very quick TP toward the mid lane to be able to help out Miracle. He actually buys himself his own bottle, too, to secure runes and just keep his Gyro nice and healthy. A nice rotation. And Limp was doing good in the lane. Like, these first few levels, they're important. But now, Vortex is going to be online. He has to be a little cautious. We'll bring his own Sentry just in case Miracle does bring one of his own. And they have to watch out for these TPs. I mean, this IO, these little moves that you can make, they have to try to punish ILTW if he does.
Oh, so CS in the mid lane, still very even between the two. 11-4, 11-3 between Limp and Miracle.
Mind controls hit level 3. Now the lane starts to become pretty dominant for this ET. Just gets a couple swings off and he can actually turn and kill. He has this increased armor too.
I mean, they're going to try and get aggressive onto him. But yeah, he can punch back just as hard, really, even though they have the minus armor debuff themselves.
It kind of matches, right? Like he gets he actually had +7 and he got -8. So it actually like completely nullified the entire Little Shredder and Blightstone when he have his spirit out. So an interesting approach from Nigma to counteract that minus armor in lane.
That's true.
Yeah, definitely working.
I mean, we're seeing him just being able to completely free farm down in mind control. 25 CS, top CS at the moment as the offlane ET.
Yeah, Nico Baby, I think he might actually have to bring the chainmail out quite soon because these punches are starting to hurt every time he walks out. He does buy it now. It's gonna take some time to get over there, and KuroKy, he'll have a chance to be able to snipe it. Stop. S4 continuing to struggle.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting a little bit, 13 and 2, but yeah, it's quite a lot of damage that is coming out between these two because just that little bit extra spell amp. I mean, now it's 2 points.
Mind control, he's trying to run in aggressively. He's got stick charges. He's going to start punching back into Nico Baby. One more hit's going to do it. Mind control gets the kill. And he's actually standing his ground, just doing as much damage as he can to FNG on the way out. As KuroKy, has he got this with the impetus? Not quite enough. FNG will live. But another trade down bottom. I mean, Mind Control, sure, he loses his life, but he's able to live, get the kill onto Nico Baby, and just continuing to really pressure this Wraith King now.
He's 31 last hits. That's pretty crazy. The gyro not getting pressured in the same manner at all by the Timbersaw and the Lion. These two having a much tougher time up here. So great start here for Nigma. I'm still surprised. Like, Limp's actually doing very well. So I guess, I haven't seen the matchup much. So he's able to hold his own, even though he does get that rotation. As Hanskin, the missile, it's going to finish him.
Oh, no. F in the chat.
Already 2K gold lead off of these just early moves. And now it's level 5 on LTW. Right away going on to him.
It should be all right. He's got a fair few creeps tanking the rocket barrage. And also the tower punching into LTW, so Nigma won't be able to dive any further.
So many wand charges. They had 16 on ILTW. They have 13 up on GH. So they can continue looking to put this pressure onto S4. And S4, he can't ever slow them down. And his, Wraith King is getting slowed down. So this early game is feeling a little bit rough right now for Alliance.
It's 2K difference at the moment. A lot pressure on Limp. See what he can do after having a solid start. He's been able to farm mid, but he hasn't obviously been able to slow down Miracle's own farm. So eyes on Limp to really get the moves made here from this mid Sand King role.
He's not getting help checking the runes either. He's checking it by himself. He will get lucky, get the DD top as KuroKy is still sitting around mid. And Limp will just be smart. He'll just stick to the jungle for now. Doesn't want to get ganked up as Kuro does have that Centaur at the ready. If he does step out of position. I think S4 is going to look pretty vulnerable this game, I got to be honest. In most of the games when he's played the Timber, he's looked pretty, just unkillable. Sure. As soon as he gets the hood, he just can't die. But this damage, increase that Nigma does have, it's really strong. And they already got such good levels on both of them.
And even in general, if he did have a better start, this would still be one of those games where Nigma just have the heroes to fight a Timber.
Absolutely, yeah. With the ET even being able, since he's core, he doesn't have to go for Stomp early. He's going to have even more points in the natural order, which works. It works so good. They're actually two best heroes you want to pair ET with. It's actually Storm and Gyro, because they're both mixed damage, right? They're physical and magical in several different ways. The first move, though, Limp, as well as Hanskin, they're making it toward top.
I'll see what they can do.
They're actually bringing the snap, too.
I mean, this has got to work out for Alliance. They're putting a lot of resources into this. 4 heroes
GH
up to the
has
top.
16 wands. Let's see if they can actually go for it.
See if Limp can get the jump. We're going to have Miracle up here as well. He's ready for the response. Already to make the movement over towards RTW. Can they burst the Gyro down low? He's getting low. The backup's in from Miracle. RTW will fall, though. As Alliance, they get the kill. Now, can they get out? That's the question. FNG will fall in return. GH getting focused by S4 and Limp. S4 able to take him down as they'll get to Alliance. And so will Nigma. So 2 for 2, but now with the representer revved up, Limp gets in under Miracle and makes sure that Alliance come out on top of the trade as they take down 3.
And they're going to get the stack, too. This is huge for Alliance. They're going to give it... Limp's like, all right, S4, you're having a bit of a tough one. I'm going to give you this so you get your hood finished up at a good time so you can maybe actually sustain versus all this damage. A big hit from Alliance. They break their bottom lane. The Wraith King was having trouble. He actually moves mid, but it's a good hit, as they will also clean up Miracle on top after GH and ILTW.
S4's got to be a bit careful. See if they've got the magical damage to take him out. As they will. So straight back to lane, and they'll be able to take him out. So RTW back to picking up the kills.
And I think we're all going to be very happy in this game, though, because it looks like we're going to have just constant fighting from both sides. 5 to 8 already, 13 kills, 8 minutes.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Limp, his blink's going to be fast. So the moves around the map, he's going to be able to make constant moves, constant pressure to make space for Nico Baby that he needs. So the lane was a little rough for him. So that's going to be a really good enabling factor. And there's just so many stuns. That's the thing we do always have to talk about for Alliance versus the Storm. Miracle's gonna have a bit of a rough time in the game.
Yeah, not an easy one for him.
No. But I'm just looking forward to Briefcase. I don't know about you, as we're seeing Elder Titan getting some pretty good farm.
And this is the way to go, right? Just straight into the Ags. You've already got the movement speed with the phase and the Windlace. You're ready to run people down. You just got to make sure you're able to stay alive.
Yeah, I don't like the... I saw some people doing like your Meteor Hammers and your Echo Sabers. If you're getting free lane, you just go the Ags. You're into so many stuns, so much magic damage. Timber Saw and Sand King can actually be really disruptive, but when you get your Ags, you don't got to worry about all that. So some downtime here, but Alliance with this blink, Limp, he's sitting behind mid, just waiting for any move that if it comes to Nico Baby.
Yeah, they're trying to bait. Let's see if they fall for this Nigma as Nico Baby shows on the wave. If Miracle steps up, I mean, you know, Limp, he'll be ready to dive the tower if he sees an opportunity here.
He's revving it up.
He's ready.
He's just at the ready. It's an Arcane Rune too, so it'll be a very nice cooldown for it if he does connect.
I mean, Miracle's been just careful enough to make sure that Limp can't quite find the chance to jump him.
GH pinged it right away. They caught a glimpse of him for a second there with the creeps. As the tower, it's dying though. Just the skeletons himself.
Yeah. When Miracle having to sit back and not being able to sort of grab the aggro off the objective. A lot of damage done. 10 minutes in this, tier 1 just a push away from falling. Limp is going to be able to find an overpower rune, haste rune, and he's straight up to the top lane. It's going to look for an easy kill here. Straight in onto Kuro. Easily able to take down the Enchantress with the burst between the two of them. So Alliance can now look to continue this pressure, put some pressure now to the top tier 1 tower as well.
I mean, these moves from Alliance have just, they got S4 back in the game because he was having a tough laning start, but these rotations from Limp on point. Immediately going toward mid to it, a quick port rotation. Also pointing out, he did find a Fairy's Trinket, so the dream for these Sand Kings.
Still trying to, as you say, come back and find something around mid, but it seems like Nigma's being very careful to not lose someone to this movement that Alliance keep trying around the mid tower.
They're just playing it very safe with where they're farming, right? Miracle now farming in the jungle, the Gyro and the IO playing in the defensive side of the jungle the most of the time. Now they'll swing back top because they are aware of that Sand King rotation happening. And GH also pointing out, he does have a shovel, so probably one of the most fortunate items you can get on your IO. Mangoes and salves aplenty.
Miracle standing by here at the mid lane. Not quite having the Orchid done. We're going to see if they can take the tower tonight after this fortification.
The skeletons. They're too much.
Well, too much damage there for them to try and find the hit between. So Alliance will manage to find a good timing here on the tier 1 mid. 11 minutes in. Two tier 1s already taken down by Alliance.
S4 getting all the space, already up to level 9 now, just from these little moves that they have done. FNG has soaked bottom the whole time too. He's actually pretty close to Solar Crest, so some good stuff from Alliance. And Nigma, though, they're playing the greed game. You know, they're playing that farm, so they are staying a little bit ahead in the gold. But Alliance making some good objective moves.
And of course, at this stage, RTW with the backup of GH's Eye, you know, they will be able to farm that a little bit more efficiently than Nico Baby can quite now. A bit of a catch-up game for him. Obviously, that will change once he has the Radiance done, and is going straight for that Radiance rush after the phase boost. No armlet here on the build-up today. 2,300 towards the Relic. See Limp actually cleaning up some of the Ancients here with the help of Hansken. Making sure that, you know, ideally he is going to get that Yule's at a timing that's not going to fall, you know, too far after the Orchid. Obviously, the Orchid is already done. So there is this window now where they have to be a little careful. Miracle will be ready to turn up, and he's got that first item. He's got that boost to his damage output.
Yeah, and although Limp, as we said, having such an excellent game, you know, you don't want to just be a blink as your mid laner. Your blink stun, and then you just get caught and killed. You want to be able to reset, go again in afterwards. So he does want to be able to finish this one up as Nigma, they're kind of hunting for the fight. As long as they don't get initiated on too poorly, they have an overwhelming amount of damage. Natural Order is maxed. Overcharge is maxed. So 16% spell amp plus the crazy amp from the Spirit too. Storm and Gyro will thrive. So Alliance just has to be prepared for the move. As they're sitting around FNG, like they're actually giving FNG a lot of farm priority to get this Solar Crest stuff.
FNG's like, protect me, boys. You stay up there smoked. I'll continue to farm in this lane. They're going to go for Mind Control. They've got the Epicenter ready to go straight in onto him. Mind Control doesn't stand a chance there to the jump of Alliance.
As they protect their 5 position Snapfire. You know? Right? They cover the area for the snap to finish up the solar. I love it.
Now, with these moves, you're closing that net worth gap. Still overall, ILTW holding a strong point at the top.
But Nico Baby catching up.
Yes, closing in on the relic. Very, very close now. No pressure really being brought over to him. So making very good use of the space and control. Alliance as a team has been able to keep it their half of the map.
I wonder if Nigma tries to take advantage of the fact that that epicenter is down. It is a big chunk of the damage. They know the Wraith King is farming, but I mean, looks like they're just content with farming as well too. Since they have that IO gyro farming at a bit of a faster pace, maybe wants to wait for that big item, the BKB for the gyro, before they really just hammer it through. But it's giving a lot of time for Alliance to get this Radiance back up, and then Nico Baby can turn up to the fights himself. And he'll have a solo crest behind him as FNG. He's got it finished. 14 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I mean, and is there going to be a timing in this game that one of the teams it's more necessary for them to play towards? Like when you look at sort of how this game can go on with the cores involved?
I actually do want to see Alliance get a little bit more active, because
Sure.
it's a Wraith King who, you know, he's great carry and all that, but he is a little alone versus 2 very hard scaling cores. Storm and Gyro will scale just a little bit harder, especially too because they have these auras and all these buff ups. So we want to see Alliance hunting a bit more, and they are on the hunt right now with this new solar.
I'll see who they can catch here from Nigma. There's Nigma on the high ground and heading towards them. They're going to be spotted out here, Alliance, so Alliance won't be able to make the jump.
I feel like, yeah, Nigma is just like, they're idly waiting. They're just chilling, right? Because I think if they get the Aghanims on the ET, they've got this timing on the gyro with BKB. It's going to be a pretty tough thing for Alliance to just battle into. Like, these BKBs are going to be very detrimental to the side of Alliance. They're kind of all magical besides that Wraith King. And even then, like, he's a Radiant, so he is quite a bit of magical himself too. So the ET with his Ags is pretty much a BKB, and the Storm and the Gyro are both getting BKB. So it does feel like that timing might get a bit scary for Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing, you know, Alliance, they are trying to find something. They're making the moves.
They are.
Nigma's just not really leaving the opportunity open, though, for Alliance to get the jump on them. So absolutely, Alliance definitely going to be feeling that the heat is on, the pressure is there for them to try and get something going, but it's just proving to be a little too hard to catch Nigma by surprise at this moment in the game as Nigma managed to avoid each of their moves here.
Yeah. Cat and mouse. Radiance is online for Nico Baby, so has caught up quite decently. And Limp, he's about to have Yule. So he has a way to protect himself versus that Orchid. Now we might see Alliance just really hunt even harder. But hey, Nigma might just be ready to battle back, as I think that's the BKB done.
Oh, yeah, this is not going to be easy now. Yeah, sure, you've hit the Radiance timing on the Wraith King. IOTW turning up with a BKB in the backup of GH's IO. It's not easy for Alliance to run into a 5v5 here.
No, it's all these items coming together at the same time, yeah. ET Ags is in 300, Max Spirit. He's got his 20 attack speed talent too. All right, let's see if they can actually invade. And let's see if they can get a successful invasion, as Nigma's kind of just they've been reading it very nicely.
And they just
Limp with the haste.
Stack after stack after stack here for IOTW. He's getting insanely farmed. Mind controls out just in time before Nico Baby finds him hidden in the trees.
Oh, what a dream pickup. Who's going to get the shawl this game? Nigma gets a shawl versus all this magic damage. That's going to be pretty nice. I guess they're okay, they're giving it to mind control. And there's the Ags. So let the briefcase begin.
All right, but it'll be interesting to see, though, you know, if Nigma, you know, do want to fight with these items that they've got, or if they are sort of content in saying, you know what, let's just keep farming.
Yeah, they might. They might just sit back and chill, honestly. Maybe wait till, I mean, Miracle's getting close to BKB, too. He probably wants that versus this Lion and Snapfire. Once he has BKB, like, these two heroes can't do much of anything unless they get the jump on him. They do have Blinks, though. Hanskin, he has Blink Dagger with Limp, so they have the opportunity to get the jumps. It's just going to have to... They're going to have to get those perfect initiations once this best BKB is online.
Sure, yeah. If Limp can get some sort of big multi-hero Burrow Strike, it's going to be off to a great start. Nigma smoking up, but they're coming in for the low ground. Miracle's going to jump in straight away, but Limp's in with the counterplay. Comes in with the 2-man Burrow Strike. Continues to back off, though. Alliance, they don't want to fight here. They get the catch though, the stomp onto the two. Miracle zipping in over towards S4. Miracle getting low, but he zips off to the safety of the side. And Limp. He's going to be the first to fall as ILTW and Mind Control come in with the magic immunity. They run down the Sand King, and now without their mid, Alliance hasn't really got a fight to take anymore. They've got to back off. Miracle,
and
he's not going to let them. Straight in over the mid lane, straight over towards Hans King, catches another. As Alliance, they've got it. I mean, S4's got to be careful. If Miracle gets enough mana, he may go for more here. S4.
Mind Control's ready to go too.
Yeah, S4's running back into them. This is pretty bold of him. As Nigma's going to be very ready to fight. As S4, he's also dead on top of it all. Feels like a little bit of an unnecessary loss there at the end of that fight. As S4 didn't, he could have left.
He pulled them away from the tower though, at the very least, I guess. But yeah, it does die, and they're still going to be able to take it down. So yeah, a bit of an unnecessary death there maybe at the end as Nigma, they just show up with all 5. Like, Mind Control just puts the spirit on the back lines and the supports, and they can't blink. He's too scared. Hanskin, they have perfect vision of where the lion is, so then Miracle has freedom to be able to jump in. They got him low. They did get Miracle a bit low, but yeah, we're going to see some problems definitely coming in versus all this magic community.
It's just so hard, yeah, with Nigma's itemization. For Alliance to find an opening to get the fights, they've got to find the pickoff. They've got to somehow make a move, catch Nigma when they least expect it. Because in these full team fights, as long as Nigma can press the BKBs, Alliance are going to have a tough time in the battles.
And Nigma, they smoke again. A second smoke in the last minute and a half. They're ready. They're ready for it to come to them.
Here we go, Limp.
Take out the ward.
Limp looking for the jump. Nico Baby's going to lead in straight away onto RTW. They've got the follow-up burst, and they've got enough to take him down. RTW getting low, they take him out. They bring down the gyrocopter, but now Miracle is ready to turn. Looks over towards FNG. They'll take 2 down in response, but GH will also fall. S4 with the chakram, finishes off Kuroki. Now Miracle is going to look towards S4. Has he got the burst to take down Miracle? Miracle still up on the cliff. He's run out of mana, Miracle, and S4, he's got him with the chakram, running him down. Miracle.
And Mind Control.
He's trying to juke it out. He might have to deny himself to Roche here. All right, he's got enough mana left. He's actually going to be able to juke S4. And he's getting away here. Has S4 got anything else to catch this? Oh, Timber Chain a little short there.
This, right?
I mean, it's a good chain. And they have. He tries his best to run Miracle, but Alliance this time round, they're able to chase them out, get the kills, and all off to just an excellent start. Everything thrown down onto ILTW. They are able to burst the gyro before the fight begins.
They have everything together at the same time, too. The triple blinks.
Oh, they go for more here.
Mind Control.
He steps up to the wave, but Limp straight in with the Burrow Strike. The Mortimer's Kisses are coming down. Mind Control's going to go down as well. Alliance.
Very nice.
I mean, this is exactly what they have to do. They can't pass up on any of these opportunities, these little slip-ups that Nigma give them, and they're not. Alliance hitting back hard.
And that was without Finger, too. They'd used it in the last fight previously, so they actually bursted him just because the triple blinks. The Wraith King is actually able to get on top with his Blink Dagger, get these heavy hits with the follow-up, and maybe more.
Oh, Kuro should be all right with the heals. In fact, Kuro's got back up. ILTW and GH turn up. Now's the time for Alliance to start backing away.
Miracle's jumping far.
See what he's able to grab here. He's going to turn over towards S4. See if they've got enough damage with the 4 of them. S4, another Timber Chain, he's out. The impetus, it's enough damage. Kuro gets it for the distance, but there's the counterplay from Alliance. They jump in, they've got the stuns on the Miracle. As they bring down the Storm. See if Limp can get his way out of this. As they've got the detection down, Limp will die for his efforts. So a trade between the mids at the end of it all.
Miracle respawns and just dies immediately, though. That can't feel good for the Storm. As we said, lots of stuns that he does have to watch out for. And that Blink, definitely an excellent purchase from Nico Baby, as it's gotten them some pretty big kills. Now they will lose that mid tower, though, as Nigma do have 2 kills still, so they are looking for more.
See what he can find around here. Heading into the triangle. Alliance is away. Alliance, sort of the lack of the 2 beefy heroes, the Timbersaw and the Sand King. Not quite ready to jump, but you can bet as soon as they're back in the game, Limp and S4 will be ready to go. Now having a mech finished on GH.
Now mech's that's gonna make things a little bit more complicated. They have, I actually thought in the last fight, I was gonna say it too, like they have to get on top of GH so he doesn't get all these heals off, but they actually had enough damage. Now, this might be the difference maker. He also has a regen in the bottle, so if they don't focus onto GH, things could be pretty disastrous. But they've been doing a great job, Alliance, of focusing on the targets that they need to.
Yeah. If they don't manage to sort of eliminate or get the gyro out of the fight at the start, you know, it's just one of those cases. You know, if RTW can press his spells, get the flat cannon hits out, it's just so much damage. Alliance have got to somehow make the jump onto him.
Oh, interesting. Okay, my control's actually got a blink queued up, but I was wondering if he just goes for the shard, because it's kind of like the same things that you can do, get on top of and apply your
that's true,
minus
actually.
armor. But it's a different approach. This is what people used to do before the shard was introduced, and you know, you can still do kind of similar tricks, and you can blink onto your spirit, instantly get the damage.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he might just still go with the shard, but
well, we'll see.
maybe
But
once a
you're
value.
right. The blink gives you more options and allows for sort of more mind games, whereas the shard's going to be a bit more telegraphed exactly where you're heading.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see which way he wants to go. Might depend on the next fight here. Kuro. Oh! See ya.
See ya.
That's one way to find out who's on the high ground.
I like this ward too. Deep ward placed by Alliance to kind of just cover the whole area. It's tough to be able to claim these triangles too, and especially when you're like versus like IO, Gyro, and ET. That's a bit of a tough thing to do, but Alliance
Under attack.
did have control of that for some good amount of time. Now the IO and Gyro are probably going to swing over, clear over Ancients, but Alliance keeping this game very close, as we have pretty much no net worth lead, and
Absolutely.
experience is the same thing. It's 2K experience.
Oh, a
leading
mid.
for Nigma, which is
They're going
nothing
for the
as
jump
mid.
on LTW. Let's see if they can burst him. He's pretty tanky and he's got the protection of GH. GH taking him out to the side. Now Miracle's going in with the zip. Grabs Nico Baby in. Nico Baby needs help. He needs backup. Cooldown coming out as Nico Baby will fall the once. Silence onto S4. S4 trying to get away, but they've got the control. They've got the damage as well. S4 and Nico Baby getting destroyed on the front lines of the fight.
FNG.
I caught him with the
He just-
stomp.
He's dead. Oh? Okay. He kept his channeling of his
I mean, he did
Mortimer
his-
kisses and just sat, he was like
He was
dancing
just
himself.
sort of, he was just sort of
That was
shooting
weird.
them back towards his, yeah, he was just letting them go. Maybe his stop key was broken.
I'm not sure. He just,
He
I mean,
just
he
was
just
like,
gave up
well,
an
I've
extra kill.
casted
But,
I might as well do the full duration.
yeah,
But
a little
yeah,
weird, but
Oh, we
Heads
have
up
it here
jump,
again.
though.
Yeah, quick moves onto Nico, but they just couldn't quite save him. With the BKBs popped by Miracle,
Yeah.
there's nothing to get this storm off him. And then S4 just not able to chain him in time. We'll see FNG. He turns around. He's like, well, I might as well keep doing it. Sploosh, splash, splish,
that's what I was
sploosh.
thinking. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Oh, look at
that
the
was a
pretty,
little weird, but
pretty orange blobs. Oh, no, I'm dead.
it looks like he tried to turn around, but yeah, I just didn't stop it or something. But he does die, and now Roche, Miracle, he doesn't just have the BKB, he also has an Aegis to make these dives quite a bit easier. And Nico Baby's still showing a lot of vulnerability. Sure, he's got this good damage, physical, but he's very vulnerable if they can actually take him out
Yeah,
the
they-
once. The
they
secondary
could
kill
burst
is
him.
quite easy. Yeah.
They're going to be out.
Splitter.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
timing is really nice, actually. With the way it works now with Reincarnate, you actually can just drop it right on top and it'll connect.
Oh, that's true, actually. Mind control doing the maths. Getting that timing bang on. And yeah, we're just seeing, you know, obviously ILTW is the gyro with his build up and the backup of GH. It's just so much harder for Alliance to do anything about the gyro at the start of the fight compared to what Nigma have to do in terms of bringing down Nico Baby's Wraith King.
Yeah, their damage on Alliance, it can increase for where the Wraith King, right? The
Yeah.
Wraith King damage is going to increase, the Lion damage will increase a little bit, but it's very static for the most part, right? That Sand King and Timber, their damage is going to get released, and then if the heal comes out, their damage is going to be, that's kind of going to be it. So these long duration team fights for Nigma are going to be much better than that for Alliance. Alliance just needs to pop a hero right away and then just steamroll over. As Nigma, they're looking for the hunt, looking for the fight.
Dire's bottom
Let's see what they can get here. Alliance, just the three of them down here. Probably do their
They gotta
best to
clear out of
get
here.
out of it. And they will Nico Baby
So
away.
close.
West
Hot
4.
Whoop.
West 4 should be fine. No catch for him. And Hanskin, he's
Hanskin?
chilling. He's still got his
He's good.
TP. He'll be out and away looking to rejoin the rest of the gang up top.
They just have to, now it's just baby, I think it's mode babysit Nico Baby. Have to
Yeah.
play really close around him until he does finish up his own BKB,
Oh.
as Nigma's on the hunt.
I mean, Miracle's in. He's ready to start off some action here. They're going to bring in ILTW as well. They surround Limp. Limp's off to the side with the Burrow Strike. There's a missile heading his way. They get the finger off
GH?
on the GH. They bring down the Ire, but they've lost Limp. And ILTW is still pretty much at full HP. Miracle ready to lead it over towards Nico Baby, but they keep him alive. Protect that Reincarnate. With the Glimmer Cape and the Solar, he's out. He's safe.
Nice assassinate. Actually getting GH there almost instantly. They will lose Limp though. But GH, he thought the fight was going to continue. He actually buys back. That could hurt them later on.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'll see what more they do with this now. Only 40 seconds, no Limp. Nigma ready to bring the push down the mid lane. Alliance unlikely to try and fight without their Sand King.
Dire's structures are fortified.
No, they need all the damage they can get to be able to bring down this big gyrocopter, and they're still playing into Aegis, so it's not a fight that they want to take by any means. So Storm can just clean up afterwards. Level 18 on Storm, level 18 on Gyro. GH also almost level 18. Kind of all the heroes on the side of Nigma are very similar levels as they've been playing together as a unit.
Dire are
A slight 4K lead now for Nigma, but as we say, it's not an easy game for Alliance to play from behind.
Well, it looks like ILTW actually finishes Mjolnir. There's a lot of little small damage instances this game, right? The Chakram, the Sandstorm, even the Radiance ticks, everything. So it seems like he just wants to have a little bit more damage because of all that. I saw he had Satana queued up, which would have been, obviously incredible to protect him, but just wanted more damage.
Oh, he heads up to the high ground, but it's a bit of a bait. Miracle's going to get jumped as soon as he goes for FNG. That's the Aegis gone. Can Alliance do it a second time? RTW going to get brought in by GH over towards the side. Nico Baby's falling quick. He's going to go down once. Limp's going to fall. Limp down for a full minute as they're going to look to try and take Nico Baby down a second time as he comes back with a second life. He is able to make the jump, or at least get back up to the high ground.
Oh, that's a gem. I think they just purchased that not too long ago, so the little bit of vision that they do have is going to be taken away. As a relocate right into the middle of everybody. That's how confident Nigma is in their team fight at the moment. It really is so much damage, though. The ET Spirit with these two heroes, with Gyro and Storm, like they evaporate heroes. Limp just looking quite fragile, even though he's built so much like plus armor, which is one of the things you always want to do versus ET. Dragon Scale and Plate Mare, doesn't matter. The magic damage is just overwhelming.
Yeah, at this point, they just don't have nearly enough team fight to match that of Nigma's.
They need the dream situations. They need to get the insta-kill. They need to get the full chain stun combo into one hero and get numbers.
And they're looking for Kuro. Miracle, he might look to set up for the turnaround here as they're moving on to S4. S4 is tanky and he's going to be saved. Another Glimmer Cape usage gets S4 out of there. Going to lay down the kisses, see if they can run down something. Now turn over towards Kuroki. Kuro, he will fall. They've got the burst to take him out. Miracle's thinking about going back in, but Limp, he's able to get the jump. He's in with the burrow strike on a Miracle. Miracle pots the BKB, thinks about fighting, but decides against it. A little low on the mana, so he zips back to safety.
That was a little scary there for the Storm. Miracle playing his hand.
Yeah, good attempt by Alliance to really force something there. They get Kuro, but the core's able to get out very close, yeah. They're nearly being able to find that jump onto Miracle and taking him down in time.
Oh, but they recovered their gem. That was actually a huge hit.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Okay, that's nice.
We'll see what the move's going to be from Nigma next, as those side lane tier 2s most certainly going to be the goal for them here. Echo Saber done.
Yep, they got that long death out of the way for GH now too, but Limp, the jump.
They got the chain stun, they've got the finger. Oh, they're going to be able to take him. GH tries to get him out in time.
Look, his dead body's there. He got him out, but he died as it happened.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now they're going to get GH as well, or maybe not. GH tries to tether across to Kuro. He's not going to live through this. Surely not. They've got the stun, they've got the burst, they take down GH as well. Also able to control Kuro by the looks of it as S4 has the damage, blocking off his escape. Kuro will fall.
Very nice.
Alliance finding 3. This time around, getting that jump onto Miracle.
Definitely tip him. Like, they knew his BKB was still on cooldown. Limp with a nice heads-up move, recognizing that with his team. Now they get a tier 2, and they've got some time.
They do, yeah, this is a decent window as 3 dead. It's not an easy game for Alliance, but Alliance finding these sort of jumps, punishing Nigma's misplays, and now they're going to look to make the commitment over towards Mind Control. Kuro's going to come in with the buyback. He has got the Spirit buff helping him out. Mind Control trying to run in. He's going to be able to take down Hansket. He turns, gets a few punches in as well onto Nico Baby. RTW's ready to run them down. Alliance, they've got to disengage safely here. There's S4.
Still on S4.
See if they've got the damage to get him. Missiles in. Well, with Mind Control nearby, they certainly have. There's Nigma.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, they'll hit back here at Alliance. I mean, Alliance, it seemed like a good jump. They see Mind Control, but it's a hard kill when you're diving in as deep as you were for him in that base. Well, we'll see again this death.
His Spirit came back too. That's the thing. It's like, we see this death. Yeah, this was a reload death. But Mind Control, he has the Spirit was returning to him as they jumped. So he was actually hexed, but he was hexed in a BKB. So he was magic immune. They couldn't actually chain stun him or anything. He just walks right past him. Plus 528 damage. Easy.
Oh, look at the kisses from FNG trying to push back Nigma. 30 seconds now, S4. He has got buyback if he sees an opportunity to get a team fight going. Limp ready with a potential epicenter jump.
Satanic now on ILTW. A lot more healing coming into play, even when he's not attacking. Also that Dispel that might be coming in as Nico Baby.
Nico Baby, he's going to be the one to get jumped. Mind control's in on him, already able to take him down to half HP. Limps in with a 2-man burst strike, jumping over towards GH. Nico Baby trying to focus down the IO, gets the Ray Fire Blast out. He really wants to kill GH, but Kuro with the body blocks stops him from being able to do so. They've lost Handscan. They'll lose Limp as Miracle commits in over towards the Sand King. Both do have buybacks available. They may need to use them as Nico Baby's going to go down the ones. They're looking to move in Nigma, take him down a second time. They won't quite be able to do so as Nico Baby's able to get back to the fountain. He will live, but they've had to use 2 buybacks for this alliance. Can they get any kills out of it? They'll look towards RTW Limp. He's going to jump back in it, but he's been silenced. He's up in the air with the Yules. Has he got anything else to get him away? He's trying to head back, but the slow's there from Kuro. Mike controlling with the punches, but Nigma, they'll step back. Alliance, they've got the full 5-man up. Nico Baby tries with a lead in onto Kuro. A lovely 3-man stun lined up there by Hanskin and S4. He's trying to get in on the backlines, but it's so much magical damage. S4 just gets beaten down by Mind Control and RTW. And in Mind Control, he's not done yet. He's up to the high ground. See if they can find more out of this. FNG trying to turn over towards Kuro. Nico Baby in for the big hit. They'll be able to bring down Kuro, but look at this. That's just the speed that Nico Baby falls into the damage of RTW. He's got Reincarnate back up, so he's ready for a second round. Mind Control, holding back S4 with the stomp and Mind Control. He's ready to jump straight over towards Limp. He's got Burrow Strike up. He's out to the side, but RTW is chasing him down. Have they got any detection? Limp's into the trees, into the sandstorm. He's able to get the blink away. Limp will live, but Nico Baby, he's still stuck at the front lines, but he's happily sat next to Miracle. Brings down the storm. That's Miracle and Kuro down for over a minute. Alliance, they're not done with the chase. S4 leading out at the base.
They got to catch more.
They can get it. RTW and GH on the retreat. GH has got a relocate available, but Nico Baby's in with the control. They bring down the IO. As GH is out, that's the 3rd dead on Nigma. And S4, he's continuing to run down RTW, but the BKB and the TP is up. So ILTW makes it away, but Alliance with a ferocious defense.
Oh, and I'm loving the tipping action between Miracle and Limp right now this game. Every time one of them catches the other, they are instantly throwing the tip. And now with this alliance, they actually can set up for a Roche, and it's got the shard. That's going to be nice if S4 picks it up if you would like to, for that flamethrower, if they want that. Wild fights coming out, but the sustain, like ILTW is an absolute beast. With the Satanic, with all the statusers S2, with the GH IO behind him, it's still a bit of a tough cookie for them to crack. So this is going to be a fortunate thing that they get.
He's caught Mind Control off to the side. They're bringing Nico Baby over. They're going to have the burst. They're going to be able to take down Mind Control as well.
Hanskin, what a play.
Very, very nicely done here. Alliance, they should have no trouble finishing off this Roshan, which they do need, of course, work from memory. They did have to commit 3 buybacks for that defense. They did still end up losing the mid-rack, so damage still done by Nigma. But Alliance definitely able to show that they can still bring a fight despite being down at the moment.
Still hard fights, though. As we know, Miracle and a couple of these two, and especially in that last one, he actually just zipped to his death using his whole mana pool. Miracle definitely has to be a little bit more careful. He has 5 deaths now to his name. Still, fights are hard. This Gyrocopter is still a tough cookie for them to crack. They're killing almost everybody else, but ILTW is still such a beast.
For sure. And Nigma's going to be sure to bring the action immediately as soon as they're all back up. As they're going to say, you can hold your base with the buybacks. Now you've not got them. Is the Aegis and Cheese going to be enough to allow Alliance to do what they just did again?
I don't know if they have this damage for ILTW. Like the physical damage is just not really there. They've got all this magic, but we see how much he's able to just lifesteal through. And Nico Baby, I think he's realizing that too. I just saw this queued up. He's got the Rapier queued. So maybe really feeling that pressure for himself too.
That's what we want to see. With that Rapier, he will be able to follow up on the stuns and will have close to the damage required to take down even the tankier targets like ILTW throughout the duration of the stuns, especially if they can get someone else on top of GH. The GH's positioning meaning everything here. The relocate saves could come in at huge.
Smoke on smoke action.
So he's going to get the jump.
Kuroki trying to get vision of the fight. He has his wards at the ready.
Nigma's trying to get all the way around to the back lines. They know that Alliance is posturing behind Nico Baby.
Ooh, a courier coming out too. Ceremonial robe?
No, they won't want that. They want something a little bigger here. Nico Baby.
They'll know where they are then.
Nico Baby's going to be able to turn, get the stun off onto Kuro. Kiss is already coming in from the side. As Nigma are able to get in on this, they're trying to make a run straight over towards FNG, over towards the end of it. Miracle's looking for a target. He's going to be able to find line, but Lim, he was waiting and ready, makes the jump over towards Miracle. GH is coming out with the heals, but it's not enough. Miracle goes down, but they lose both supports for Alliance. FNG buys back immediately, but Hanskin's out of the game. Nico Baby trying to fight back. The jump, Lim, he's in with the burrow strike, the epicenter, but the BKB and the life steals there from ILTW, taking him back up to full HP. Lim's got to run, he's trying to get out of here with the ghost step to Nigma. They'll look over towards S4. FNG back in action. Second life for Nico Baby, ready to go as he crits down another, takes out mind control. GH and RTW, they're coming in with a cleanup. Can they take the rest of them down? Another kill for RTW. S4 trying to get an angle over towards GH, but GH able to dodge the chakra and tethers over towards the wave. RTW pushing back S4 with the rocket barrage. As Limp, he's got a missile heading his way. They just can't quite do anything about the gyro. They've managed to take down 3 again, Alliance, but ILTW just still a target that they're having to almost ignore in these fights.
Miracle just gets completely chain stunned again. GH heals him, but it's really just this gyro. They have to make sure that they kill the Elder Titan too, because if they ignore him, the gyro is just going to kill them all because of that aura. So they're focusing the right targets on Alliance. It's just ILTW is too big right now, especially if they can't take out GH.
Full MKB on ILTW for the next fight as well, so... Whereas in that fight, we did see some of the Alliance staying alive as low as they were. Next time around, they're probably going to get pushed over the edge by the damage output of this gyrocopter.
Damage from S4 in that fight was pretty crazy too. His new flamethrower coming into play with all this magic amp. It hurts whenever he's able to stick on these targets without the BKB. And Miracle he does have to be careful. Like, he's really starting to fall behind time and time again. He's got 6 deaths. It's really, like you said, gyro versus the world. And they are still scaling on Alliance, while the Storm is not really scaling that much.
Just some excellent patience from Alliance, always making sure, and normally is Limp really getting that initial burrow strike onto Miracle.
Yep. Hanskin was so quick too. Just they were both like, everyone was on page of who got jumped. Like, the communication from Alliance in that fight must have been so good. Because Hanskin gets jumped, like, this is such a chaotic fight for Alliance, but somehow they make the quick call to just like protect the Lion, protect the 2 supports with that Sand King. Some excellent fights coming out from them still.
Oh, we see some insane CS there by ILTW. 679 at 40 minutes. Right. 825 GPM. Pretty crazy indeed as well. We'll see this last fight again. You know, Nigma trying to get that favorable position on the high ground, and does allow them to just keep RTW in a spot where the Alliance are never really able to get the jump on him. And to make the smart moves.
Just so patient. He's
waiting
just
for Miracle.
Chilling, waiting for Miracle, and bam. Yeah, gets it. And Hanskin's Aeon Disc procs at like the perfect time for him to get the chain stun too with FNG as well. Yeah, it was nice. Very nicely done by Alliance.
Yeah, and if anything, Alliance, even though they don't kill the gyro, able to sort of ease in and out one by one to make sure that ILTW himself never could quite finish off some of these kills. You know, Limp able to kite him out. Nico Baby able to come in with a second life and not quite be able to be found immediately.
No, Limp doing God's work, really. Triple stun there at the end too, being able to clean up mind control. And yeah, it's target priorities, right? They're leaving that gyro so they can kite him around, taking care of that buff up of the Elder Titan in particular and the Storm. So yeah, just still really good fights from Alliance. Just need to solve the gyro problem
for sure. And I just saw there as well. Of course, that last fight was actually done with. You know, RTW, he didn't even have a single component that the MKB picked up. So that was a fight where the gyro was, you know, effectively fighting without 6k gold spent. And now he's got it spent.
Boots. You know,
he did, sure, now he's not got the boots.
His boots.
Sure.
And he was getting kited already, so maybe this could cause its own problems.
Sure, but yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, obviously, it's not they've got to play smart with like the glimmers and such. You know, these flak hits will catch them from a mile off.
All right, let's go. And they still got their gem, right? I think FNG somehow recovered it in the end of everything there, so they will at least be able to have some protection and good control, at least with their wards at the moment, as they still do have 3 pretty solid wards out on the map. It's going to give them some good information, while Nigma, they got no wards. They got no info. ILTW, okay, he dropped his treads, his courier coming. I was like, he left his treads, oh no.
And should potentially have the rapier for the next fight, Nico Baby.
Oh, baby. And he did get a penta edged, so some nice big damage increase.
Now Relic picked up, so he's committed. He's committed. He's not going to worry about any buyback this game. He knows he has to go full in. Get this rapier done.
Timeless Relic up on the Storm Spirit. Miracle hasn't put it into his bags yet. He has an Illusionist cape still at the moment. But Nigma, they're forcing reaction. Look how quick they kill this building, too.
I mean, yeah, the pressure's on for Nico Baby to get this item finished up and get back to base. He's about 200 gold short of the Rapier. He just needs a camp or so more. And it's going to mean this Rax is probably going to go down without defense. They're waiting until Nico Baby has the Rapier. They don't want to try and take any chances without it. So they'll let the bottom Rax go. Nigma able to get another objective. Next time round, though, they'll bring the fight. Rapier done on the Wraith King.
Maybe they can actually focus fire LTW. If they throw absolutely everything onto him with a Wraith King with that 2-second cooldown Mortal Strike with Rapier, hey, maybe they'll have enough this time. They're going to smoke. S4 also with a new BKB at the ready.
See what? Oh, if they RTW straying a little bit away from the team. If he heads over towards this rune, can they get the jump hands, Ken? He's got the Hex. They know it's a little too far away. They can't follow up anything else onto that. They know that by the time they did, the rest of Nigma would be there to back RTW up.
They need to do it so perfect if they're going to go for those type of play. It needs to be all 5 heroes at the same time beating on the gyro, and they have to know where the IO is. So GH hiding himself on the side.
I mean, they're still looking for this, but now Nigma's a little tighter together. They're right behind IO2W, so it's no longer an easy move to make right now. Nigma's going to expect it if they do.
Miracle has to push out top, though, so he will do that. And let's see if Alliance is able to catch anything as they are smoked looking for what they can. Shiva's also finished on Limp, so healing reduction now coming into play.
And they'll show, so that, I mean, Nigma's going to be fully aware of this item done on Nico Baby, so they'll be able to take the extra precautions.
Yeah. And ILTW, he's got his next item finished up. He can actually consume his Aghanims and start to pick something up. Maybe put his treads back in his bag soon, so he can at least have that extra movement speed for the time being till that next big item.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I feel like at this stage, he's probably not going to die. He could afford to eat his Aghs and get a Rapier himself, right?
Oh, maybe.
Does
but
he
also
need
might see
else?
the fact that he could just get Butterfly, and then there's no True Strike on the Wraith King, and they're never going to kill him. So I think that's probably the best if he wants to go for that route.
But Butterfly would be the sensible Rapier. That would be the, that's when we're happy to see. Well, we'll see what route RTW wants to go on that final slot.
Alliance waiting on the high ground, waiting for one of these squishy heroes to walk up.
Someone's got to make the call. They're going to try.
RTW.
Nico Baby's in. See if they got enough damage to take down RTW. Have they got enough with the Rapier? They do. They bring down RTW. Nico Baby ready to charge over towards GH. As S4 and Nico Baby push back the IO. GH will get taken out by S4. Over to the side. Limps in with a jump onto Kuroki. Kuroki, he'll also fall. As Alliance, they make the move. And the Rapier pickup is doing it.
And they did it perfect. They waited till the perfect opportunity. They waited so long. They waited like 2 minutes to find that opportunity for everyone to get on him. They do it. 3 heroes dead. Scouting out the Roche. We're going to find out in about 5 seconds how long that is. They're going to push their side lanes.
See again, just this initial move. Big crits coming out. 1,700 on the crit there from Nico Baby each time, every a few seconds or so. And it's enough. There's nothing they can do to protect ILTW against that jump. And with the gyro gone, it all falls apart there for Nigma.
It's up to Mind Control now to kind of stall it out. They do still have to be careful, as we did see what he could do before. It's a little bit harder now into Rapier. They're actually going to use one of their buyouts. Miracle, he'll clear the wave. Not going to use the TP.
Okay, Nico Baby did that whole fight with one hand off the keyboard. Very skilled player. 8-3 and 16, he's doing it. He's keeping it cool, Nico Baby. And he's close to having the upgraded blink as well. Of course, you got a Rapier. You can live this life of luxury where you're not saving for buyback. You're spending up this money. You're going all in.
Damn right. Level 27 now, too. It's Timeless Relic, on Hanskin. I think this is going to be a pretty big one. Just to that little bit of extra control that they're going to get from this. It's going to be pretty huge every time.
Oh, look at this as well. 30 to 30, 45 minutes in, just a 1K gold difference.
Yep. And ILTW, he's queued up his next item, so it's going to be Lincoln. So he wants to protect himself from the initial, so he can get BKB. That's a good safe move.
Oh,
Kuro.
And whoa!
Oh my God. See you later.
Wow. I didn't remember Bambi being that brutal.
Mortal Strike.
Yeah. Now Nigma,
want to try for
without the captain. What do they do now? They got to get away. I don't think they're going to do anything whilst they're a man down.
It's It's scary. It really is. There's all this damage and control that Alliance have shown now. Nigma have to give it the respect. Oh, S4.
Oh, hello, GH.
Sweeping.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, what's going on here? GH is dead. RTW's going to put the BKB. Nico Baby's going to come in onto a big Earth Splitter. Comes out there. Nico Baby, has he got the damage? If the finger helping out, it's not enough. They'll finally take him out. Nico Baby's going to fall the once. It doesn't matter. He's got Reincarnate ready to go. Miracle. Bull lightning up to the high ground and away. Limb. He's heading back over. Smoked up with the buyback. Ready to close back in and maybe see if Alliance can turn things around. GH is dead for 90 seconds. And ILTW had to buy back for this fight. So now
That's
Nigma in a
huge.
situation where they're in the worst position when it comes to buybacks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they still haven't been able to even finish up. Now LTW is like, all right, now he's got to go for his own rapier.
He has to.
The little,
Get
the little
that
things
rapier.
are coming into play like so hard. Like the Shiva's healing reduction was huge in that last fight. Just that little bit of extra where you can see the Wraith King actually able to stand toe to toe versus the gyro. That's everything, and bam, there it is. Commits for it.
There we go. Right, he's got
His
it done.
MKB, how long did he have MKB for? Not very long, is he?
Wait, did he
It's gone now.
He sold his MKB for it.
Sure did.
All right, I mean, he's not going to have any True Strike against what the Radiance missed. I think he's got a BKB, so he's not caring too much about the evasion.
But another Roche. And
It
now
is
they have
Alliance.
a free blessing for Limp, perhaps.
Who's taking that? It's got to be Limp, right? Or is it? No, Nico,
Baby just
All
insta
right.
grabs it. All right, they want the Wraith.
I like it.
He can save his rapier then.
Yeah. No, he can. No, he absolutely can. I mean, you said already yourself, right? They don't really have too many stuns, too many TP cancels. The reality of it is, if it is a terrible fight, he's probably going to be able to TP out as the Wraith form, and they might not actually have anything left to stop him from TPing away.
It's definitely a chance.
He's got a DD rune.
He's got a DD.
You better run. You better hide.
S4 nearly having a full hex as well. Starting to get some big items on top of it all for Alliance. And Nigma, they're spooked.
They are. They've got to sit on the high ground here. If they get jumped by this Wraith King, they will crumble.
Miracle's just, he's really been having a rough one. Just, it's all this chain stun. He's died so many times. It's given this great window for Alliance to come back in this game so hard that they're now just quite significantly in the lead, even though they have a 2 racks disadvantage. So now the next thing Alliance does have to watch out for is relocate plays. I think that's something that Nigma could still try.
They're going to get the jump on. He puts the BKB, tries to stand his ground against Nico Baby. Nico Baby coming in with the BKB as well. Miracle is trying to focus down S4, but S4's able to get the heal off back up to full HP. Kuro, he's going to get left outside of the base. They're trying to get him back to safety. A big deep timber chain from S4 comes out as he moves straight up into the base. They jump for Microcontrol, turns over towards Limp. Limp keeping himself alive with the ult. Can he get out in time? Limp still alive, but the impetus will find him. They bring down Limp the once. Nico Baby getting beaten down by mind controls. The reincarnation will be popped, but ILTW, he's dead, he's out, he's gone for 2 minutes. Nigma just down to the last 3 to hold this as Nico Baby, he's dual wielding.
Oh my god. And I think they can just keep going. They should know that there's no response for Nigma. They should just be able to go in.
They know there's no buyback on the gyro. No buyback because of the timing. They saw him do it before. They know he's not going to have it for a good amount of time.
They're going to pause.
Oh.
What's going on here?
Translate. What does that mean?
I don't know. 1 second, maybe?
1 second? Okay, yeah, probably. 1 second. Or maybe 1 minute. We'll see. Maybe 1 hour. Maybe 1 day. Or maybe 1 year. We don't know.
Well, they don't need that much time here. As they've got a big window here now to
we'll see this
end
again.
it through. That damage is just insane. And the relocate actually puts the gyro into a rough position. Miracle can't quite finish off S4. I think that's the biggest thing to see. The splitter comes right after he gets the cheese off, so he's able to full heal, and then they have to just reset. And if GH, we're watching this relocate.
Sure.
He brings ILTW back outside.
All right, we're back in action.
All right, we're back.
Miracle's trying to clear out the mid. Did he get all the creeps? He did, right?
He did, but they can go through backdoor.
Oh, they do. Oh, goodness, they're on a Microtron. Microtron's got to run. They'll be able to stay with the relocate. Miracle in and out again. Trying to slow down the push. They get the range racks. Backdoor protection has kicked in. But you're right, with this double rapier, that's a lot of damage from the Wraith King. And the creeps, they're coming in. Still going to be a full minute, no gyro for the defense.
And S4 starts to burn the bottom tower as well. They glyph the wave to make sure Miracle can't actually cut it this time around.
They put the jump on Miracle! It miscalculated! It didn't have enough mana to get back home. Miracle's dead.
That's game.
He's got a buyback. And they're going to try their best to continue to defend here, but the tier 4s are starting to go down. He gets the jump over towards FNG. FNG, he is going to die. Or maybe not. FNG, he's out. He got the blink off. Is he away? Oh, no,
Wraith.
sorry, it's the Wraith form. The Wraith form. It doesn't matter, though. He's still able to help the team continue to push on. The tier 4s are falling. They're onto the Ancient here. Nico Baby's looking to close the game. Micah Joel's trying to push him off
It's
it,
fine.
but the damage is too high. Nico Baby will look to pick up more kills on the way. Turns over towards Micah Joel. He turns back towards the throne, gets the game. GG is called as Alliance will take game 1.
And what a beastly call to go for this Rapier. It pays off. Look at Nico.